Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of season 6 here at Sunderland. This is the season finale. We'll find out whether we'll finish 4th and have to qualify for the Champions League, or if we can get ourselves into 2nd or 3rd. It's a big ask. If we win our game against Fulham, we'll be on 70 points, 5 behind United with 6 to play, 4 behind Chelsea with 6 to play for, but we do face Chelsea in the second game. So massive fixtures today with regards to the future of next season. If we lose to Fulham, then it's over anyway. We need to make sure that we beat Fulham. Otherwise it's completely pointless. So let's go and do that, shall we, to start things off and then take it from there. Schubert in goal for Fulham. Fosu-Mensah, Rojas, Salcedo and Sessegnon at left back. Maya and Zambo Anguissa as the holding midfielders. Markovic, Geraldez and Gineppo on the left, with Alexander Mitrovic up top. Physical as ever, Alexander Mitrovic. And there's a lot on the line here for a game that doesn't really look like it's that much of a headline fixture. Actually, lose this, and that's our season relatively... Well, no, actually, it's our season genuinely over. Draw this, and it's highly unlikely we'll finish higher than 4th. Win this, and we can go into the game against Chelsea, hoping that we could topple them too, and then pick up what we need to against Spurs. What I needed was Nick Pope there, though, to make a save. Corner to come in, and Ryan Sessegnon will take it short to Geraldez. Decent delivery, but Jack Clark heads away, and the counter is on. The counter was on. Gineppo down the line to Ryan Sessegnon. Cuts inside nicely. Player that we've been heavily linked with via the comment section in previous windows, and might still consider signing next season. Yuri, that was terrible. At least you get another attempt. Oh, McAllister, that was terrible. At least you get another attempt. Chalov across here to Yuri Tielemans. Oh, space for Jack Clark. Here he is, inside to Fedor Chalov. Great save by Schubert. Well held, Sunshine. Across there to Rafinha. Forward to Chalov. Looking for Moise Kean. Stumbles, but keeps possession. Tielemans in there to Chalov again. McAllister's challenge for the golden boot. Has taken a back seat recently. He's not scored in ages. He was the league's leading goal scorer. He's now 3rd or 4th in that list with only 3 games to go. So unfortunately for McAllister, on a personal note, it's not going to be as good a season as we'd hoped it might be. It's still hands down the best season of any player we've got in our side, but still it could have been so much better for him if he'd have kept that goal scoring run going. Not to worry. We've gotten Champions League football for next season in some degree. We just need to make sure now in the final games, at least try our absolute best in the final games. Good finish, but offside, that we can make that group stage football at the very least. Here's Markovic. See that run. He's going solo here, Lazar Markovic. Declan Rice slows him up. Geraldez with the turn, and again, Van Foyth in the way. That was poor from Jack Clark, really poor. Markovic, and then to Gineppo, Zambo Anguissa, Markovic, saved by Pope, keep that in, deny them the corner, nicely done. Tough game this one actually, and a draw leaves us 6 points behind Chelsea with 6 points available, so we would have to hope to beat Tottenham and for them to lose on the final day. Desperate to get the win here, absolutely desperate to get 3 points. Tielemans into Chalov. Looking for Rafinha, finds him well, turns well, scoops it. Can't find the teammate. It's going to be 0-0 at half-time. Chalov forward there to Moise Kean. Use the right back first. Forward then to Rafinha. Into Kean again. Tielemans is there. I see the run being made by Alexis McAllister. We said his goal scoring recently had dried up. And it's because of blocks like that it has. Cross comes in, it's a good one. Foyth! Oh, devastating from Van Foyth. Wonderful header. Exactly what we were after at the beginning of this second half. We're in front at Craven Cottage. And now, provided we can hold on to this lead, our eyes are set firmly on Chelsea. Geraldez Down the line there to Mitrovic. Back to Gineppo. Oh, nice little dummy. That sold me completely. Win that header, please, Max. He's done well. Kemal tries to get to that, but can't. Fosu Mensah into Markovic. Turns well. Could cross. Oh, he's pulled it back there to Zambo Anguissa. Fair play. Didn't see that move developing the way that it did. Envisaged the cross coming in. Caught out with man on the edge of the box in so much space. And just couldn't close him down in time. Gets the turn, fires the shot, and Fulham are level. Justin. Could cross. Will cross. Oh, Chalov! What a header! Oh my God! Where has that come from? He scored loads of goals with his feet, Chalov, but he hasn't scored many headers, but you can see what it meant to him to get that one. Oh, and to his teammates as well. I want to see a replay of that. I didn't think he was going to get there. I crossed it more in hope than expectation, but he's all over the back of the defender. The defender almost ends up with him in a fireman's carry there. Oh, it's hit the bar and gone off the goalkeeper. It might go down as an own goal. It has. Schubert, unfortunate. Take nothing away from the header, though. Stunning effort. Great determination to get the leap and beat the defender to the ball. By showing that determination, he's earned the good fortune that led to the ball bouncing off the bar and in off the arm of the goalkeeper. We're in front again at Craven Cottage. This time, let's hold on to it. Never mind. 2-2. Lovely ball down the line to Markovic, whose goal at the minute is the leveller that sees us really doubtful now of finishing anywhere higher than 4th in the Premier League. Free kick for Fulham. Meyer will deliver it. That's a decent ball, but Declan Rice will get up well to win that. He's been a revelation since moving him back to centre-back. Definitely the right move to do that. You guys called for it in the comment section. And he's actually grown. You've not given a pen. I was just praising you, Declan. I can't believe it. Oh, I praise us at one end for scoring a goal and we concede. I then praise a player for his defensive solidity, and he gives away a penalty with 6.5 minutes to go. This could be the end of our season right here. Ryan Sessegnon buries it. Fulham 3, Sunderland 2. They might well have just guaranteed 3rd spot as a minimum for their South West London big brothers. Chelsea only a point behind Manchester United, looking for that 2nd spot. They certainly weren't looking over their shoulders more so than they were looking in front of them in the league, but we were hoping to give them that distraction over their shoulders. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to transpire to be that way. A late penalty at Craven Cottage after being 1-0 up. After being 2-1 up. It looks like we might well lose 3-2 and find ourselves finishing 4th in the Premier League. 4th is still a great result, but after being in such a good position in... Oh, Rafinha saves the day! What a goal to keep your Champions League group stage hopes alive. Oh, this game doesn't stop giving, does it? End-to-end stuff here. Craven Cottage is alive with the sound of Mackems. Ridiculous. Out of his feet. Bends it into the top left. Ridiculous finish from Rafinha. We're level again. We do still need to beat Chelsea and hope that they lose on the final day. But that goal from Rafinha means our season is not over yet. It's time to go and play Chelsea. Chelsea starting 11, then Kepa in goal. He's 90 rated now, Arthur Balaga. Odriozola and Dicker de Ligt and Mitchell Weiser at the back. Rabiot, Kante and Fornals in the midfield, with Leon Bailey, Belotti and Pulisic up top. Just 3 recognised Chelsea players in the starting lineup. 1 back with Kepa, 1 in the midfield with Kante, and 1 up top with Christian Pulisic. Much changed Chelsea team, but to be fair, there aren't any Sunderland originals in my starting 11, are there? So things obviously do change over time. Perhaps it's even a surprise that there are as many as 3 Chelsea originals in the starting lineup here for them in the very end of season number 6. We know now that anything other than a victory means that we finish 4th. With the drama in West London just a few in-game days ago, I hope that this one is a little bit more straightforward than the game against Fulham, but it's Chelsea after all, so it's never going to be straightforward against them. Bailey with the delivery, Belotti with a header, Hope with a save. Switch this quickly out to Rafinha. Try and draw their defenders out of position, which De Ligt has been drawn well out of position now. And James Justin is in behind. I've got plenty in the middle. I'll pull this. Tice De Ligt with the recovery of dreams. Good cross though. Bailey heads away. And actually it's going to fall here for Belotti. And Chelsea could come on the counter-attack of their own. It was very end-to-end against Fulham. And that really led to our demise and the disappearance of the lead for us on 2 occasions. Thankfully, their lead disappeared right at the very end, but we have to be better here at Stamford Bridge. 2 games in southwest London for us in the space of 4 days. I doubt that. Oh, Bailey, what a save! Pope! Oh, wow, what a save from Nick Pope. I doubt the players have travelled back home in between. We might as well have just rented a pitch somewhere and trained in southwest London, having played Fulham on the Sunday and Chelsea on the Wednesday. Oh, Kante. I didn't think he was going to do that, hence why I didn't close him down quite so aggressively as evidently I should have done. I was more worried about a pass. Smacked it in the bottom corner. Okay, Chelsea 1, Sunderland 0. Fornals with a free kick for Chelsea. That's a good delivery too, and De Ligt is up with a header. Can we quickly go up the other end now that they've committed so many bodies forward for the set piece? To be fair, they left a number of bodies back as well. Belotti holding off all the challenges in the midfield. Rabiot. Oh, Pulisic let that run. I'm not sure whether he intended to or not. That's a sharp turn. Rabiot's there. Foyth wins the header, and anywhere will do for me right now. Chelsea knocking on the door of a second goal. Alexis. Don't think that was a foul, but it's going to be a free kick for Chelsea. And Leon Bailey will take it, and he can take a killer set piece. Pulisic stood over as well. He's going to leave it. It will be Leon Bailey. We nearly scored with a free kick. They've come even closer, hitting the woodwork. Keeper beating all ends up. Chalov on the counter-attack now, trying to shake off the attentions of Ndicka in the middle, and he's done really well. Lay that into the path of McAllister, and Rafinha could be set away. After Chelsea hit the woodwork at one end, can we go up the other end and actually score? Maybe. McAllister, oh, bounces up, win that Moiser. Good header. McAllister, I need the space. Oh, lovely run. Chalov, offside. Oh, what a ball to cut through the Chelsea defence from Alexis McAllister. Great run, but it's the right decision. He's the wrong side of the line. Leon Bailey looking to utilise that electric pace. Declan Rice with a header as far as N'Golo Kante. Here's Fornals. Nice tackle by McAllister. We'll look to, well, it was meant for Harrison, but we'll get this out wide here to Rafinha, and he's spacing behind. Mitchell Weiser is fast though, and he's caught him from behind there. It's only a yellow as far as I'm concerned, so shouldn't be anything else, and indeed it isn't. With 25 minutes to go, we're still looking to try and get the 2 goals we want. Rabiot off for them now. I actually can play that short there to Rafinha, who's waiting. If I can beat the man. He's just stood there and jockeyed me really well, Leon Bailey. Expert defending from him when it's not necessarily his strong suit. Mason Mount's come on for Chelsea here, but it's Andrea Belotti that's played through. If we concede on the back of our own free kick to deny us the chance to play in the Champions League group stage for sure, I'll be furious, but we have been able to come away with the ball from it. Can we counter? Gooch, Drew Yearwood and George Harrison off the bench to try and make an impact. Here is Harrison. Back there to Declan Rice. Forward to McAllister. Out to Rafinha. Make me moves, lads. Make me moves. Oh, Rafinha twice failing to find George Harrison. Alexis, oh, nicely done by Chalov. Shows great footwork and pace to get to that. And we'll play him into the space in behind. I see someone on the edge of the box. I can't find them. It's just not quite clicked for us in this one. We're so close, yet so far from that third spot. Champions League football almost guaranteed for next season. At least a fourth qualifying spot is guaranteed. Harrison, poor pass. 10 minutes to go, and then our season will be done and dusted, and we can sim the game against Tottenham and have a season roundup. Cross to Mason Mount. Oh, that heavy touch dummy. The shot nearly did us as well. Strike from Mason Mount. Double change for Chelsea as they make the final moves for them with regards to their personnel. Nice flick on. Lift that. No, it was meant to go to Chalov. I wanted to just help it around the corner, not actually switch the play with it. It's going to be what looks like a defeat. Is the offside? He is. Does look like it's going to be a defeat here for us at Stamford Bridge. It was a tall order. Even if we'd beaten Fulham, defeat here against Chelsea would have meant that we'd be 4 points behind them with a game to play, so we wouldn't have gotten third place anyway. Chelsea have done exactly what they needed to do. Professional performance from them. Composed, competent performance from them as well, to be fair. They're still pushing for that second spot after all. Doesn't mean much other than some extra bragging rights and prize money, but it all counts. It all comes in handy. They might have one of the best financial backings in world football, Chelsea, but the extra 10 to 20 million from finishing second rather than third will always come in handy. Though the extra 10 to 20 million from finishing third instead of fourth would have come in handy for us, but it will be fourth spot for Sunderland Football Club in the Premier League this season, which is an improvement on last year. We're making improvements with regards to our playing personnel next season, with already Ferland Mendy confirmed as coming to the club, and we'll have significantly more money next season, I would like to think, to spend in the transfer window as well. We had a, £120 million budget at the beginning of this season after getting Europa League football and finishing 5th. So what our budget will be next year after getting Champions League football and finishing 4th, I'm not sure. Tottenham have actually lost 3 straight games. Their most recent 3, although of course they take the lead against me after 10 minutes. Typical. Well, no, Moise Kean has equalised after 28 minutes. Liverpool winning 2-0 against Bournemouth, although it's the blue half of It's the blue half of Merseyside that have won the league. Chalov with a goal to put us 2-1 in front here against Spurs. Their goal scorer has had to go off injured, and Harry Kane comes on in his place. But it's defeat for Tottenham and victory for us. At least we end the season with a win. But on goal difference at the end of the season by 1 goal. Everton win the league by 1 goal. It was on the... Oh, no, it wasn't the last day. That's not the last fixtures, is it? On the right-hand side, Chelsea beat Bournemouth, but Everton lost to Manchester United at the beginning of the month. By 1 goal. I can't quite believe it. By a single goal. Both scored 71. Oh, jeeps. Everton, congratulations, winning the Premier League for the very first time. Wow. That was tight. Chelsea finished 3rd, a point behind both United and Everton. Liverpool 5th, City just 7th, Spurs 9th, relegated as Southampton, Stoke and Huddersfield a long way behind. Right, I'll advance towards the end of the season. £166 million added to the transfer, not to the transfer budget, that'd be nice, added to the coffers. We'll see how much of that is added to the transfer budget in the next episode, where we will, of course, be starting Season 7. But for now, let's advance to the end of this season, and hopefully we'll have some more growth from our players, and we'll see exactly what's been going on this year. Right then, here we are at the end of the season. Obviously, we showed you the league table a moment ago, so I won't dwell on it too much. Again, Huddersfield, Stoke, Southampton relegated. Everton winning the league, United, Chelsea, Sunderland and Liverpool in 5th. I'll have a look at the FA Cup. Now, it's a competition I really wanted to do a lot better in this year. Liverpool have won that competition, so congratulations to them for that. Wigan getting to the final, though. GG to them. Man United battering Burnley by 5-1 in the final of the Carabao Cup. Again, well done to getting to the final, Burnley, but ouch, I think is the word that comes to mind. Chelsea win the Champions League by 2-0 over Manchester City. Wow. The second Champions League win for Chelsea. At least I don't recall them winning it earlier on in this save. 2012 and now, what are we, season 6, which is 2024? I'd have to check the calendar. But I believe we're 2024 and eventually it'll load the Europa League. To be fair, the side that knocked us out, Real Betis, win the Europa League and will be in the Champions League next year. GG. At least we lost to the side that went through and won the competition. It is June 2024, so Chelsea's second Champions League win in 12 years. A quick look at the other leagues around Europe to see who we might be playing in the Champions League next year. We will be playing in the Premier League, Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest, as well as one of Villa, Derby, Cardiff and Leeds. Relegated from the Champo is Bolton, Peterborough and Sheffield United. Good to see Peterborough get relegated. QPR and Portsmouth promoted from League 1. Birmingham, Barnsley, Oxford and Luton will fight it out in the playoffs. Relegated are Oldham, Burton, Forest Green and Mansfield. And in League 2, Fleetwood, Shrewsbury and Grimsby automatically promoted. 108 points for Fleetwood Town. That's incredible. Shrewsbury, imagine getting 104 points and not winning your league. Notts County, Bury, Wickham and Yeovil will fight it out in the playoffs. Cambridge United, 20th. Wonderful. Glad to see Cambridge doing just as well as ever. PSG win in France ahead of Lyon by 2 points. In Germany, it's Bayern by a single point from Borussia Dortmund. In Italy, it's Juventus by 9 points from AC Milan. And in La Liga, Barcelona by 4 from Real, from 7 from Atleti. Valencia in 4th. That's how things went down around Europe. Player stats. Try as we might, we could not get Alexis McAllister that top goal scorer accolade. Unfortunately, despite not scoring for, I believe, a good 5 or 6 games at the end of the season, if not more, he still only missed out by a single goal. Richarlison on 17, Salah and McAllister there on 16. Moise Kean on 14 in the end, although the majority of those came in simulated games. Chalov with 12, the majority of those came in played games. Rafinha with 11, he's turned out to be a great signing on the right-hand side. Really pleased that you guys gave me him. 20 assists for McAllister, though. Wow. 20 assists in 37 games is outrageous. Tielemans with 8, Chalov with 8, Ken with 8. Everybody seemingly getting involved. Rafinha with 6 assists as well. Jack Clark there with 6. It was a poorer season. I wouldn't say a bad season. It was a poorer season for Jack Clark. Nick Pope with 8 clean sheets. Still, certainly we do need to improve on the defensive side of things, and hopefully we will be doing so next season. I'm going to offer some contracts around to everybody basically to everybody, so I can use up the money I've got left, because I've not got much available to me. Youth development wise, we didn't do the first but did the second. Brand exposure, the crucial first team player in a forward position that carried over from last year for some reason, and we weren't able to get 10% increase in stadium capacity. With regards to season ticket sales, only 8% increase in season ticket sales despite getting promoted and then qualifying for Europe and the Champions League. So either that says nobody cares about Sunderland Football Club, or we were so very close to sell out anyway that our continued success didn't make much of an impact on sales. Wanted just to finish in the Europa League spot, finished 4th. Disappointed with my work in the FA Cup and also getting knocked out in the round of 16 in the Europa League, which is why our manager rating is only 74, but that will certainly hopefully go up next season. Looking at the side this year then, Nick Pope, I think, look to sell him on next year. Now, he's done his part in helping us get to where we are, but I think it's time for him to move on, especially at 32. His stats are going to start to drop, as is his saleability. I don't know if saleability is a word, but you know what I mean. So I think he's only got 1 year left on his contract, or a year and 1 month. So we'll offer him a new deal and then sell him on. Reece Cooper, he's up 2 to 83 this year. Still need more growth from his positioning though. How can he have 71 positioning but 99 kicking and 96 diving? It doesn't make any sense. Only 80 reflexes as well, which isn't that good, which is why I'm going to need to buy another goalkeeper. Morgan Turner is growing remarkably well still. although I believe he's quite unhappy at his lack of first-team football. Lewis Morgan is growing nicely with his continued training. 1/4 up to 84. Still very, very good, but we are looking to buy a mid to high 80s centre-back next year to partner alongside Declan Rice. Liam Bennett up 1 to 76. Castell up 7 to 74. He's growing really well with training, of course. Tamori's unhappy and wants to leave. I don't want to let him go, but I would be open to letting him go when we bring someone else in, because it would then be Declan Rice and that someone else at centre-back and 1/4 and Liam Bennett, say, or Castell at centre-back in the reserve side. Although I guess if we're wanting to genuinely strengthen in our depth as well, I should probably try and hold on to Tamori. James Justin at right back is 83 rated. We're looking to bring in a new right back next year. Max Lowe is 80 rated. No growth from him this year. We are or have already brought in a new left back for next year. Morgan Edwards could be that replacement right back if he continues to grow. 93 stand tackle. 99 short pass. 99 heading accuracy. It's growing crazily, to be fair. 80 rated, but James Justin will be replaced as my starting right back. And it's weird, I've got two left backs that I'm playing at right back, but I'll also look to buy a right back, I think. Albert can certainly come in and play a role, although Max Lowe will be the go-to backup left back now. Declan Rice continuing on at centre back, 86 rated now, continuing to grow really, really nicely indeed. Great season for him. Really impressed with him at centre back. Will continue to start. Jamie Ward up 2 to 77. Not too much from him. Christophe Pino up 9 to 66, but again, not too much from him with regards effectiveness in the team. Emil Neumann, 76 rated now, up 5. He's technically looking very good. Lyndon Gooch, it might well be time for him to move on, although maybe as one of the very, very few remaining originals, we'll keep him. Jack Clark up 2 to 83, continuing to grow really nicely. We will replace him in the starting lineup, but he's still going to play a lot of football for me next year. Drew Eward continues to grow, up 2 to 82 at 24 years of age. 91 stand tackle. His standout stats, still very good physically as well. Yuri Tielemans had a good season for me. 6 goals, 9 assists, and a number of those goals were bangers as well. Alexis McAllister, what a player. 85 rated, continues to grow. 19 goals, 23 assists in all competitions. Stunning player. Zimmerman, up 5 to 76. Still physically not good enough, so probably won't see much first team football. Ed Phillips, especially if Jack Clark's going to drop out the starting lineup, we sign another winger. Ed Phillips, again, growing okay. Similarly with Cameron Morris, growing okay. George Harrison, up 2 to 87. He's still growing really well. He's just not scoring enough goals. 7 and 3 assists in 25 Premier League games. Although some of them were substitute appearances, to be fair, but still not good enough, IMO. Guerin, up 5 to 65. Growing nicely, but still nowhere near first team picture. Harrison Green, up 3 to 79. I don't know. I'm still not sure if he's going to have a part to play. Jamal Lowe, down 1 now to 29. It's going to be time to see Jamal leave the club, unfortunately. Rafinha, no growth at 27 years of age, but 15 goals and 7 assists in all competitions is a great opening season. Yannick Castell, up 9 to 70, growing really nicely. Moise Ken, up 2 to 87. We will sell him on next year. 17 goals, 11 assists, but the majority of those came in simulated games. Chalov, 23 goals, 11 assists in 44 games. Yes, please. Up 1 to 86. Add Moise Ken to the transfer list now. How long has he got left on his contract, actually? 3 years, okay. And he's valued at 55.5 million. That could be a massive deal for us. Oscar Thomas, up 5 to 71, out on loan. But again, we've a lot of youngsters that aren't really going to play any part for us next season. So we've got a lot of sales to do. Hopefully we'll have a lot of money to be earned as well. And fingers crossed, with your suggestions, we can sign the right players to help us win the Premier League next year and hopefully the Champions League and FA Cup as well. We're going big for Season 7. But for now, that's all for Season 6. Thank you very much for watching. Next episode will be out on Saturday. I'll see you then.